Tommy Reynolds has his gun out. He's pointing the gun, and all of a sudden, I see this woman.
They say it's on every single station. They're saying that Daddy died.
He said there was an accident and your father is no longer with us.
In real life, I'm not like that.
And the Mario test was disgusting.
One night I jumped out of a car doing 60 miles an hour because I was addicted.
Salute, Mob Tube. Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? Here we are. All right, sorry I was late. I know you're shocked, right? FBS is never late. No, I was late. I was, but I have a good excuse today, just like yesterday. I was working my ass off on this show. I literally started digging for and editing clips at noon, and I have not stopped since, except at 3:45. I finally had to, go shave my dumb fucking head and take a shower. So from noon up until 3:45, I was working on getting these clips ready for you guys. So I hope you enjoy this show. I really do. And I hope you donate. Like my man Chris Capello right here. He just sent me $30. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that very much. It's Friday, guys, So donations should just be flying in. They should be. Let me do some shout outs. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Sally, Dave, South Philly Tony, No Ma'am, Jesse Roth, Chris Capello, Saxon, Michael Hensley, we love you too. Wait a minute, before she gets me again. See, I almost shouted out Sally twice. See that? You almost got me, Sally. Happy Friday to you too. Adderall. Hey all, I haven't been here in ages. For some reason, I was wondering what the hell happened with Joe and NB. Well, Joe stuck his toes in NB's dirty, rotten horse vagina and caught some sort of fungus. And since then, he's lost 2 toes. So that's all we know at the moment. Casey Robinson, the shaky shooter. Edward Everett. Well, thank you. I did lose a lot of weight, but according to a lot of MobTube, I'm still a big fat doughboy looking motherfucker, Let's see. Did I shout out William Brooklyn? What's up, bro? BTF Phoenix. And I think that's it. Did I get butterfly kisses? I probably just did, but just in case. All right. No, I know you don't, Sally. All right. So my original plans for tonight were to do this show and then the Jack Smith show again, because I fucked it all up last night after this. But I don't know if I'll be doing that. I got to see when my beautiful Shanna's going to be ready. She's still sleeping at the moment. Thank you, Avatar. I appreciate that. If she's awake and getting ready by the end of this show, then I'll probably be done for the night. If not, then I might go on to a politics show on the No Magazone channel, because I do have some things I want to bring up that Trump said yesterday about things like, overtime and stuff like that. So, and about soldiers, our troops getting headaches. He referred to traumatic brain injury as headaches. So I want to talk about that. Date night. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. If I'm done with what I have to do and I just lay down and don't feel like getting back up or whatever, then we're staying home. Otherwise, yeah, we're probably going out. Not really lay down, but even just sit down. I can't stand waiting. I have no patience. So I say, all right, fuck it. We'll stay home. I know you love it, Michael Hensley. I know you do. What do you mean, Miss Can't Be Wrong? I'm not up on that. Is it slow going or what? What's happening? I haven't been paying attention the last couple of days. So anyway, I say Miss Can't Be Wrong for President, William Brooklyn. Me too. She'd be better than either one of them. All right, so guys, yesterday I did a show where I played a lot of pizza clips. And what I did was I played some horrible, disgusting ones like about the military and stuff. I played some funny ones and I played some threats. I'm going to do pretty much the same thing today, except I'm going to throw in some other stuff. I probably have about 6 or 7 clips, something like that. So I'm confused about that, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I got to look it up because Trump's going around saying that Biden wasn't answering the phone for the governor of Georgia. And then the governor of Georgia came out and said, yes, no, I spoke to him. He called me. I missed the call. I called him back. He gave me everything I need. And he told me, he gave me his, told me to call him directly if I need anything else. And then, apparently it all worked out. I thought I was going to say something else too, but we'll save that for another show. Good afternoon to you, Chris Capello. Well, we can all agree on that. Santoro. Good to see you, by the way. All right, so let's get started. Because you know me, I'll play a video clip. I want to talk for a few minutes and then... that's what I was going to say just real quick about the aid to these states after natural disasters. When Trump said that about Biden, it was total, projection because in 2018, I believe, when there was horrible forest fires in California, Trump withheld aid because it's a blue state. And finally, his advisors had to beg him to do it by telling him that Orange County, which is the county that was suffering the most, voted for him. So then he was like, oh, okay. So he does that stuff. Anyway, here we go. Yesterday, I took some of the clips out from yesterday. I only got PTSD, Start a War, that one, and the kids dying in school shootings thing. But there's no need to play those again. I'm just keeping them here just because they're the worst of the worst. Well, there's one other one that's just as bad. Maybe should I start out with the bad one? No, we'll start out with some fun. This is Tony Pizza. Okay, it is a long video. It took me some time to put this together. It was a bunch of different separate clips that I had to put together. So This is when he got his new apartment, and he was giving everybody their list of bills. He was explaining to them that they need to pay the rent for him every Tuesday, and he was telling them what he needs. I need a kennel for Leon. I need pot and pange. I need food in the refrigerator. So I thought you'd enjoy this. Check it out.
I know I got to pay that $300 every Tuesday, buddy. I got to pay that $300 every Tuesday, which I can't see being a problem. That we paid all that money in hotels, which was way over $300 a week, way over $300 a week. So I don't see that it should be a problem now to keep the donations flowing and the content. Well, I smashed their teeth in over there, the woke joke, cancel culture jerk-offs who say I'm nobody, but they all spend their time trying to discredit me. They all spend their time trying to discredit me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll be doing cooking shows. As soon as I get some food in that refrigerator, I'll be doing cooking shows. I got to get pots and pans. I got to get a lot of shit. My goal is to clean this place up, pay the rent, and actually be able to save some money. So when I go look for work, that I can go 2 weeks without pay and carry myself for those 2 weeks and have a job. But I got to buy a nice size kennel for Leon, a nice size kennel to put him in. And I'm going to get a small TV set. I have a Wi-Fi. I got Wi-Fi connect here. See on the floor over there? Yeah, I mean, I just hope that I can keep it going. Tuesday comes quick, so I got to raise another tree. Every Tuesday I got to raise tree. So.
So he gives them the list of bills, and I bet you that that cooking show comment, I bet you he had somebody put that in there. You know what I mean? As a way to kind of break the ice so he could start telling people about how he needs pots and pans. Oh, I'll do cooking shows, but I'm going to need some pots and pans and I need some food in the refrigerator. That's the type of shit he pulls. I found a clip earlier. I didn't put this one up because I'm only trying to put the real crazy ones out, or the real funny ones, but there was one where he was talking about how Joe Candela and him faked beefs before, and how him and Johnny Mac did too. They would plan it and then they would pretend to be fighting with each other. So, when Pizza says things like me and this one or me and that one, we're not really fighting. It's all just a big plan. It's always projection. Always projection. He sees things, the way he does them. He sees two people fighting. Maybe he thinks we're making money off of it or something. And he goes, that's a good idea. That's what I would have done. I would have just made up a big argument or something and I got in a fight with somebody and I would have made bank. That's Pizza. He sees everything as a scam, even when it's not a scam. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. Thank you, BTF Phoenix, for the $10. I appreciate that. All right. Sad part is someone actually gave a shit. What do you mean about what are you talking about exactly? I used to hang out with Captain Chaos. He was called Captain Chaos. His name was Captain. Oh, Chris, you put? Oh, okay. You meant to say Chaos? I found that clip earlier too. I did. Yeah, he left it all there. But see, he went over, the job scam. I'm like Tim Waltz in the debate. I'm taking fucking notes because I can't pause the video. So I'm, making sure I can go over things with you. The job scam. That bullshit again. I just show I can get a job. I need a kennel for Leon. I got to get a job, and I just want to shave enough money so that I can carry myself for 2 weeks till I get my first paycheck. Carry yourself. You just said you need the money from them. All right, whatever you say, Tony Pizza. Carry yourself. All right. Let's see. All right. So that's that one. I thought that was funny because again, it's we always talk about how that's what he does, and his people still never caught on to it. No matter what Tony Pizza gets, if he actually gets anything in life, it becomes their problem and their problem only. It's not even stressful to Pizza. Pizza's good. You know what I mean? He's like, don't worry, they'll cough it up like they always do. Fucking shimps. So he just says, oh, guys, guess what? My rent is now $300 every Tuesday. And I don't think we should have a problem getting that together because of, look, who commented it? Was it Michael Hensley? Oh, fuck me. Let me see. Oh, we paid. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we paid so much for hotels. You didn't pay shit, bro. You didn't pay a fucking thing. They paid. So that's what he does. He gives them the list of bills and he says, shouldn't be a problem. You guys got me. It's all good. I'm going to sit back and chill. And just remember, every Tuesday, I need the tree. I need a tree every Tuesday. I'm going to go back. Since I missed some comments, I'm going to read them real quick. I asked him why he didn't get Shuggy like he said he was. Of course, he says, I can't beat up a 70-year-old man. He will call the cops. LMAO. Yeah, well, coming from the number one cop caller. I also have a clip, like I said, maybe I'll put it up eventually, where he says, that guys want to come here and he's telling them, no, don't do that. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to York to see that cocksucker. It's just a waste of gas, so there's always an excuse. Pizza's funny as hell, I guess. And they say black people look for handouts. Well, and it's people like Pizza who say it, these slap nuts. It's the funny part. He'll buy a TV, in which, by the way, he keeps the box and receipt so he can return it when he bails. Yep. Tuesday comes quick. Get on it. Yeah. These slap nuts. I love these slap nuts. When he said he got to raise 3, does he mean 3K? No, it was $300 a week, his rent. The woman actually wanted $750, but Pizza didn't have cash or a credit, as he says, or enough cash or a credit or something. I forget if there was anything else. So he offered her $300 a week. So rather than $750, he offered her $1,200 a month. And then he told some fucking stove repairman one day, oven repairman, and they don't understand how I got this apartment. No, we understand. You offered her $450 more a month. I think that would work for any landlord. All right. Let me just get down here now. Pizza's begged for money 20 times to come to PA and kick FBS's ass. Ain't happened yet. Oh, yeah, I got all those clips too. Yep. I got one clip where I think he was talking about, remember when he lied, of course. We know Angel didn't. But he said that Angel gave him $1,000 to come here and kill me or some shit. I got that clip too. Michael Hensley. Did I already shout this out, Michael? I know I read it. $9.99 Happy Friday match. Thank you. Now, guys, as you know, Michael Hensley is one of the biggest sponsors of the show. And he said match, so you must match him. Okay, you don't want to disobey Michael. Wouldn't be a good idea. Fucking guy's a Marine. Don't play games. Thank you, Michael, my man. Can you imagine living that lifestyle, move every 2 months, start over? No. I saw a clip one time yesterday or whatever, when I was looking for, these clips to put up on the show. And I saw one, he was talking some shit, and he was on Mac's show. And Christopher George, there was a comment of his on the screen. And Christopher George was like, where would FBS be without Shanna? He couldn't even keep a job at a factory for felons. This is what I mean. People just say shit. They're the just say shit posse. You know what I mean? They just say shit. Really? I couldn't keep a job at a factory for... You mean the job I worked at for 3.5 years, and then when it shut down because of COVID, because it was not an essential company, rather than sitting on my ass on unemployment, I went and got a job at a different factory in Lancaster because that was an essential company because they made water softeners and shit? Oh, it all comes together now, doesn't it? I couldn't hold that job. Really? Trust me, they wanted me back. Okay. I couldn't wait around. I don't wait on money. I go get it. And as far as where would I be without Shanna? Where was I always without Shanna? What do you mean? There was what, an 8-month period in my entire adult life where I stayed in a fucking hotel. And even that I paid for by myself while I worked a third shift job and sold drugs. So let's see, I own my own fucking business. I had multiple fucking houses over the years. I had apartments. I had brand new vehicles. I always brought in a very good living. Gee, where would I be? I don't know, doing fine. Well, actually, without Shanna considering, I might be dead or in prison. But as far as if it's financially that concerns you, if I was clean and sober, I'd be doing just fine. I assure you. No, and chances are, even if I wasn't, I'd probably still be doing okay. And I'd definitely be doing better than Tony fucking Pizza. This is the Just Say Shit posse. Yesterday on the No Magazone channel, and this has nothing to do with politics. These trolls just like to come in there. Some douchebag said, FBS is so tough. And this is why I love to debate and clown these guys. FBS is so tough, he knocked himself out on the concrete. Couple of things. No, I didn't. Never once did I ever claim that I knocked myself out on the concrete. Knocking yourself out would mean you lost consciousness. I did not. I wish I would have. I wish I wouldn't have felt the impact when I hit the fucking ground. I wish it would have, or at least I would have forgotten it. Okay. I wish I would have lost conscience for 2 or 3 seconds. Consciousness, Jesus Christ, for 2 or 3 seconds, I would have been able to deal with that. But no, wide awake. But I answered him. I said, listen, since you know my life better than me, we'll just go with your story. You know what I mean? We forget about the facts and the truth. We'll just go with your story. I could show you the medical records that say I never lost consciousness. Why wouldn't I have told them if I did? I didn't knock myself. And what would that have to do with being tough? So let's just say, take a tough guy. Who do you guys consider tough? A real tough guy. Even name somebody you guys consider a tough guy. This is how I clown these assholes. I never knocked myself out. I smashed my head on the concrete, and then I got to my car as quickly as possible so I could drive to the fucking emergency room. Never lost consciousness. Let's see. Anybody? Name a tough guy. Who do you guys think is tough? Lee Cole the Third. Dude's Jewel. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a long time. Holy shit. How are you? Wow, it's been years. I hope you are well. Even though you were never very nice to me, it's okay. I understand why. Who doesn't to wear shades indoors and look like Stevie Wonder? Listen, I looked great either way, just as I do now with half a black eye still. Mike Tyson. Okay, there you go, Laura Connor. Thank you. Because I know no man in here wants to say who they think is tough. But okay, Mike Tyson. Yeah, he was knocked out. And it wasn't concrete. If Mike Tyson fell, was airborne and fell smack on his fucking head on the concrete, and he got knocked out, which, by the way, I still didn't get knocked out, but according to you, I did, and that makes me a pussy somehow. Would that make Mike Tyson a pussy? It's fucking concrete. It's not a bag of marshmallows. The fuck are you talking about? He's so tough, he knocked himself out on concrete. What would knock you out more in this world than fucking concrete? If I fell on my bed or on carpeting or on the lawn and I knocked myself out, then you should be like, what a pussy. He knocked himself out on fucking grass, not concrete, you jerk off. I love comments like that. It gives me content all day. You're so fucking stupid. And you just made it up. You could go back to 2 Sundays ago. Well, the Sunday before last. Yeah. You could go back then, back to that show. I did the first show Monday. I didn't do one Sunday night. And you can watch every show since and see if I ever said I knocked myself out. You're all so fucking full of shit. You try to call me a liar all day, and you lie in order to prove me to be some liar. You're lying constantly. So anyway, Good. Nice seeing you as well. And all is good now. That's good to hear. I'm glad. I am. Uncle Bad Touch was tough. Yeah, he would have knocked himself out on concrete. I didn't, but he would have. But I guess in their eyes, if you smash your head on the concrete and lose consciousness, because according to him, that's what I did, then you're just a pussy. Like, who can't just smash their head into the concrete and just walk away like nothing happened? No matter what I do, somehow it makes me a pussy. You know what I mean? I told you, if those guys came to my house that night and I would have gunned everybody down, the narrative would be, I'm such a pussy, I couldn't even fight. I had to shoot everybody. I guarantee it. No matter what. No matter what. If I do it, even when I don't do it, like when I don't get knocked out on the concrete, they'll just say I did. And then they'll say that getting knocked out on the concrete is a pussy thing. What the fuck are you talking about? I took like 40 blows to the fucking head that night. I never even fell except for when I slipped on the grass. The night I got jumped. Never even fell, never lost consciousness. You know, nothing. So, please. All right. On to the next one. What do we got? Oh, Tony talking about his mother. I could do them. You know what? Let me do them like this. Since we got to his apartment grifting, I want you to hear this. You are going to fucking love this. This is only Tony Pizza would say something like this. Now, just to put this in context, as we know, Tony Pizza has been on here literally begging, not just asking for donations like other YouTubers do, literally begging for every type of item and fucking hotel room and food and fucking camper and cars and RVs and everything you can imagine for over 3 years. And he has simultaneously made it very, very clear that he will not work under any circumstances. Now, I always talk about how Tony Pizza can have all the money in the world and he will not spend it. He will tell his people, he would flat out with no problem say, I got $100 grand in the bank, but this hotel room costs $70. I have to pay it tomorrow. And if I don't have it, me and Leon are moving out in the street and Leon is going to watch me sleep because he's too afraid to sleep outside. You know what I mean? He would. Don't believe me? Watch this. Which one should I play first? I'll go with this one first.
But what about next month? What about next month? What about if I didn't get that $900 from Joe Candela? I'd have $88 for my rent tomorrow. That means I would have to go into my fucking savings to pay for this rent, right?
Do you believe what he just said? If they don't give him more money, he has to go into his savings to pay the rent. He's appalled by that. Now, I want to remind you, his savings, this isn't some nest egg he built over decades of hard work. The savings was given to him by them. It was given to him by them. You understand? This is when people say, what are the differences between you and Tony Pizza? Well, 8 million things, and here's one of them. If you ever heard me say to my audience, I got 50 grand in the fucking bank. But listen, tomorrow the fucking mortgage is due. Okay? I need 1266 tomorrow. Otherwise, we ain't fucking paying it. And somehow that's supposed to be a threat to my people. Can you imagine? And this is what he does. He's literally telling them, he's threatening them with him not paying his own rent. Because he knows that they worship him, and the last thing they'd want to see is him on the street. You know, that's why they gave him apartment money to begin with 8 times, and he only got 1 apartment. All right. So he's actually telling them he has the money, he's got savings, but he is not paying that. And he's yelling at them. He's literally yelling at them because the rent is due tomorrow, and all he has is his savings. Well, and this.
The only thing I got saved is $1,200 and the $900 cash that I just showed you. Okay? Now, tomorrow's rent. If I ain't got $300 in there for tomorrow's rent, I'm not paying my rent. I'm going to live out my security, and by next fucking Tuesday, it's bon voyage.
It's bon voyage, he said. You can't even get that right. I think it's bon voyage, you know? Listen. $2,100. He's telling them. He is actually telling them, I have $2,100. That's all I have. I got the 900 plus the 1,200. You know, and I am not fucking paying this rent with that. What am I going to do? All I got is 2,100. The rent is 300. We know his math is bad. It ain't that fucking bad. You know what I mean? Like 300. You pay 300 multiple times out of 2,100. You know, but he's like, no. This is all I got. I got 2,100. The rent's tomorrow. But Tony, the rent's 300. You got 12. You got 2,100. Don't matter. I ain't spending that money. Not on rent. What do you think? I'm a sucker. This is his way of telling his people, it's your job to pay. Well, I'm not going to, let me say it as him because you know what they'll do. So how he tells his people that it's their job to pay for his rent, even when they've already given him rent money. Because I remember when that happened. That, I believe, was the month that, if you guys remember, he raised $1,200 so he could pay the rent for the month. I believe it was early July of last year. It might have been June, but it was definitely June or July. He told them, I need to get the rent. I want to pay the rent for the whole month. They gave him $1,200. Then as soon as he got it, he said, I need the rent for next week. And every week after that. So basically, he was like, give me the $1,200 for rent. And then when you give it to me, I'm going to keep it. And you're going to have to give me the rent for next week. Because remember, it's due on Tuesday. It's astonishing. And they say that I'm like crazy because I think he has a cult. Who would listen to this and be okay with it? Who? I've been entertaining people on here pretty much 2 shows a day for over 3 fucking years. I created the entire community. I'm responsible for everybody else's show. And I made 1 fucking super chat on this show and a $30 cash app from Chris Capello. Imagine if I told these fucking people they better donate on top of the money they already donated, because if they don't, I'm not going to pay whatever bill it was they donated the money for me to pay to stuff, whatever. You know what I mean? I can't even keep up. It's so crazy. But I would never ask for bill money. I would never ask for a specific item of any fucking kind. I would never say, guys, I need this. Please give me X amount of dollars. Only in the Trolls Fantasies have I ever done anything like that. Oh, and I got the 10 from BTF Phoenix too. I'm sorry. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. There's 100 of you right now. You having fun? You enjoying the show? You having some laughs? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Donate, please. Pizza hasn't forgotten that 600p we promised him a year ago. I'm sure he hasn't. Savings. What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's how most people feel. No matter what Pizza ever says or does, nothing was good as his mother's erection. Oh, man, you're going to make me... I'm trying not to play those clips anymore, but I guess if you're going to fucking twist my arm, I'll have to find it. Here we go.
He steps 1 foot in my mother's direction, he's going to jail. So
there's that. It's just, it blows my fucking mind. Oh, he said Von Voyage. I read your post, FBS. What made them decide to release Tommy Reynolds? Chad made it sound like it was a done deal. Well, here's the situation. Remember when Jeff came on and told us that, and I was very skeptical of it. I was saying, well, tell us how or why, what like compassionate release for what? Like, and he wasn't giving me any details, and I got all pissed off at him and took his wrench. Well, that's because it didn't make sense to me. That's generally not a thing. You know, oh, he's got fucking, what, 12 more years on his sentence. But he'll be out in 48 hours. It didn't make sense to me. Okay. And sure enough, there was good reason because he didn't get out. What they actually did, and I found this out the next day, was they cut 48 months off of his sentence. And I remember when I read that, I said, wait a minute, that would be 2026. So That wouldn't be 2024. That would be 2026. Then I was told he might be getting out at the end of October. Then I looked at the federal inmate locator about 2 days ago, and I saw that he actually gets out on my birthday in 2026, August 20th. Okay, at least that's like the projected release date. Now I'm hearing that that's just something they have to do because, you know, I guess he's going to be, there's a process, and he has to be released to a halfway house first, and he's going to be released to that halfway house in December of this year. So maybe it seems like a lot of time. I mean, well, no, it would be a lot of time still. That'll be over a year and a half until he gets out. But that's what I heard last, and that was from a pretty good source. So we'll see, you know. But apparently his sentence is not up until 2026. So, you know, maybe they're just going to transfer him, and he's going to stay in a halfway house until then, something like that. But I knew he wasn't getting out within that 48 hours. I knew he was. I didn't care what anybody fucking said. There was no way. No way. So that's what it really is. It was a 4-year. They took 4 years off his sentence. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Miss Campiro. He did a lot of time. He did. He's already in 25 years. It's a lot of time. Beantown Patsy, what's up? I always get confused with you and that other scumbag Beantown. It took me a second. That's why if I look puzzled for a second, I was like, what is this cocksucking weasel doing here? And then I realized you're a different guy. Guys, what if I say I'm not going to go on to the next clip until I get a couple of donations? What if I said that? Would that change anything? Let's see. I'll give it a minute. Let's see. I got to make money, guys. Got to make money. You know how it goes. Stevie the Gypsy, what's up, bro? That's right. Miss Camp, you're wrong. Truly been here since day one. Who else has been here really since day one? There's been, let me tell you something. I was looking I went back in my videos, even back to my first one, and I was looking at some of the comments, and several of you were here for my first video. Oh, is that right, Beantown Patsy? Gotcha. I'm not surprised. Several of you. Carlos was here. I know that. Yeah, and don't forget Miss Camp Your Own. That's right. Day 2. That's good enough. Sally, 199 super sticker. Thank you, Sally. See, it's Jersey girl. Yeah. See, that's something. So let me go on. What's next? Here's Tony Pizza talking about his mother. You know, his mother, the one that he claims to care so much about, that the fact that people had a conversation with her makes him fucking insane, and he throws this fit like, how could you do this to my mother? When in reality, he literally couldn't give a fuck if his mother lives or dies. If you don't believe me, let him tell you.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a done deal. I'm fucking finished with, you know, I didn't have a life with her. I'm never going to have a life with her. She could die today. I don't give a fuck. All right? She don't have the fucking heart to give me a call and apologize for what the fuck she did. And she's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? She's a piece of shit, just like the pieces of shit she talked to on the phone.
Could you fucking imagine saying that about your mother? Like, seriously? If she dies tomorrow, he said he couldn't give a fuck. Or, I'm sorry, he said if she dies tomorrow, he couldn't give a fuck. And then he called her a piece of shit. His mother, he called her a piece of shit. Unbelievable. Oh, Beantown Patsy, $4.99 super sticker. Thank you. And welcome back. Sally, who got the free membership? Thank you, Sally, for gifting a membership. That's awesome. We gave out 15 yesterday. No. Tom Sheehy bought 10, and I gave away 10. So 20. According to Pizza Math, it was 11. What was I waiting on here? Oh. What, you got the free membership? Really? Wow. That's awesome. Nice. You just showed back up and you got one. Oh, that's awesome. That's what's up. Beantown got it. Good shit. All right. So let me go on to the next one. Or should I wait for a donation? Another donation, I'll go on to the next one. Come on, guys. Let's do it. You see, Sally, it doesn't have to be a lot. Let's do it. Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Is it too late for Pizza's mom to have an abortion? Not according to Trump. According to Trump, it could happen anytime after birth. At 39, you could just be like, get rid of him. You know what I mean? According to him. So in reality, yeah, it's way too late. You know, anything, once birth occurs is way too fucking late. And for the most part, anything late term. Sally is awesome as always. She is. Where'd I go? There you go. No donations for the next video clip. Jesus Christ, you sons of bitches. How dare you? All right, so the next one I'm going to play you. I'm disgusted. What am I going to say? I'm hurt, but... Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me do something. All right, let me see. Get him, Rusty. No, it doesn't. I don't think so. It doesn't. All right. So this next one is Tony Pizza. This is basically the story of how he became a bum. At least in my opinion, it is. No, I know who, but why? This is him explaining that when he was a kid. Now, I don't have the entire clip, unfortunately, but you'll get the idea. What he's explaining here is that when he was a kid, his father or stepfather owned a store. Okay. And every morning, I guess on the weekends, he would have to go to work with his stepfather. And that drove him fucking insane because he had to work. And his father would give him $5 for the work. I don't know, for the day, for the week, I don't know. Okay. Well, this irritated him to no end because he had friends who did nothing and got $20 for doing nothing. You've heard me talk about this many times. See, this taught Pizza a lesson. And I wish I would have had the whole clip because I edited out the very beginning of the clip. It's just a couple of words. He says something about begs, and then he goes on. And I remember what he was talking about. I just unfortunately can't show you the whole thing. What he was saying is that this is when he decided you're better off begging than working because people get free money and you're just a sucker if you go work for it. Okay? No bullshit. And apparently he was such a little bitch that his stepfather was putting money in his pocket. It just wasn't enough for him. And he didn't like the fact that he had to work, that eventually it sounds like his stepfather fired him.
Yeah. And my friends just say, you'd put that for $5? They look at me like I was nuts. You do that for $5? They make fun of me, pick on me. And I just take it. Yeah, it's all I get, $5. I had friends that were getting $20 a week for nothing. Their parents were just throwing $20 a week allowance. $20 a week was a lot back then. $5 was, okay, but I worked for my fucking allowance. You would just get 20. Yeah. That's yours for the week. A pack of cigarettes was 50 cents back then. So, what do you know as a kid, right? But when my little brother was born, I'd wake up on a Saturday morning, still in my bed. It's daylight. You look out the window, you see the daylight, and you're like, And then you walk out into the living room, and you sit there and you wonder, like, how come I'm not at the store?
Because you bitched and moaned so much that he just started taking your brother, and he said, fuck you. The story of your life, really. Just like what you do to your donors. You bitch at them and yell at them because they're not giving you enough, even though what they're giving you is out of the kindness of their hearts and free. And then if they don't start coughing it up, you dox them or bash them or fucking abuse them like you did to Joe Candela and so many other people. So how eye-opening is that? Now we know why. And again, the full clip, like that segment of that show, he was talking about why he decided he would never work and he'll just beg. Because that's how he saw it as a kid. He's like, wait a minute, I'm working and I'm getting $5? And these kids don't have to do shit and they're getting 20? Now he says he was picked on too. And who said somebody said something. It probably wasn't the only reason they picked on him. What's up, OC? Yeah, no. I'm sure it wasn't. There's many other reasons. Growing up, we worked, but we didn't get money, plain and simple. I didn't really get money, period. I mean, no matter what I did, I had to do shit anyway, and I don't think I got anything. I'm not, like I said yesterday, I'm not sure I ever got a fucking allowance. Like, come on. When I wanted shit, I started selling drugs to get it. Only spoiled kids get allowance. Well, I gave my daughter allowance and shit, but I also taught her a valuable lesson. I taught her that 30% of everything she gets for allowance has to get saved. The rest of it she could spend. So she's very good at saving today. So all summer for school clothes. You had to work all summer to get your school clothes? Yeah. What would John Abenda say? Listen, don't bring up his name because it hurts me inside that he's not here anymore. John. He wrote me a Dear John letter and he bounced. How ironic is that? Don't need one. We have you. He said he left for good when his brother was a baby, catching himself in another lie. Oh, see? So you just caught that with this clip? We just caught him in another lie? Or did you already know that, Dexter? Oh, shit. That's funny. Yeah. Everything's a lie. He's full of shit. Big deal ostrich boy. When I was a kid, I worked at a Greek food stand at art fairs. We would start working at 5:30 a.m. and not get home until 10 p.m. Ostrich boy? What's that about? What did I miss? Is there some new... obviously, there's some new name for pizza. What's that about? I'll wait till you guys put it in there. Well, I'll go on to the next clip. So there's that, and I put this one up specifically for Tony Pizza's #1 fan, Terry Time. I put this up for you, bitch. Let me show you something. You love dogs so much, right, Terry Time? You raggedy twat. Check this out.
Knock it off, you motherfucker! Knock it off! This fucking dog acts up every time I fucking go live.
That's just one of the many times he hit Leon, and it appears to me, at least in that video, that he kicked him. So, fucking lowlife bum. Tony Pizza said 1,000,000 times he never threatened my mother.
Yeah, Hope Ann. Hope Ann. I had to say, hey, Hope Ann, this is Tony Pizza. Your son put my mom in the hospital. Maybe I could do the same for you.
See? Scumbag extraordinaire. Let's see. LOL, never heard that clip. Chronicle liar. Chronicle liar. Oh, shit. I got Dexter. I got tons of them. Tons. Now, I said the other day that I probably have more than anybody. I said that yesterday. I take that back. You, Joey Dimes, maybe like Sungrown, maybe Alex Vela, people like that probably have more than me. But I think I have some that go way, way back when some of those guys weren't here yet. Joey Dimes was. I don't know when, like Alex Vela and Sungrown and those guys joined on. I don't know. But Joey Dimes, I believe, was here since day one. At least damn close to the very beginning. I don't know when he started saving clips, though. Pizza is a lowlife. He is. Now, let me say, don't anyone be offended. Terry Time has talked about FBS on just about every live she's done. That's a lot now. If he responds, I'd say it's appropriate. Oh, of course. Yeah. She's just obsessed with me, the fucking cunt. She was obsessed with me when she liked me, and now she's obsessed with me now that she hates me. And guess why she hates me? Because I've spoken badly about hillbillies, and she knows she's a fucking hillbilly. And she knows that from the beginning, I thought she was a fucking kook. I thought she was out of her fucking mind. You know what I mean? And I was never... I was always right out in the open about that, I guess you could say. Not in the very beginning, but it didn't take long. Steve Blair, $10 for Hope Mom's Good, bro. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. Saw yesterday's show on replay. Lots of stuff I hadn't seen. What a scumbag. Well, I have the vintage clips, yeah. I don't know if you ever saw this. But let's see. What do we have left? Oh, this is it. This is it. So I don't know if you ever saw this one, Dexter, but this is really going to make you sick. I don't want to do that to you, but it's very important because the real reason I'm doing these shows, even though I'm adding funny clips and stupid threats and shit, I want you to see, and I want everybody to remember what a fucking animal he is. What a fucking animal he is. So when anybody says that there's anyone worse than Pizza, no. On the same level, one or two people. Worse than Pizza, not a single fucking human being. Not on MobTube, not anywhere.
What buying a flag to give money to who? You know what I mean? So, I'm like, this fucking world is fucked. You know what I mean? I'm saying to myself, look at these fucking people. All of a sudden, everybody's fucking a martyr. Everybody's like, oh, we got to do something for the families of the victims. And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, they're gone. They're not coming back. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck would I got to give money to somebody that ain't alive no more? You know what I mean? Like, no, and then I find out that, The city gave millions of dollars to each wife of each fireman that got paid to run into the building. That's their fucking job. You run into the building because that's your job is to fucking risk your life to save people. You get good money from the fucking city. You got good pension. You got good fucking benefits. You know what I mean? Like, if you were so fucking gun-ho to run into a fucking building that you knew was going to fall down and you died doing it, you don't deserve $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way everybody deserves $1 million because, in my eyes, cops and firemen get paid to die. That's their job. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in my world, I didn't get paid to die, but I could have died any day. But my job was to be who I was when I was doing it. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any sympathy for people that get paid to die. You know, because if I was a cop, I know I'm going to die one day.
You fucking believe that shit? He's disgusted that the victims' families got all that money, you know, like they didn't deserve it. Like, most of these people were obviously women with kids. They were, the people who died were their husbands, the kids' fathers. Right. And now I'm sure in a lot of cases that man was the breadwinner. Okay. Not to mention that family lost that man because, and it wasn't always a man, but you know what I'm saying, because of a giant monumental fuck up by our government. So they were owed it for that, plus it was kind of making up for the rest of their lives without that person's income. I'm not saying that's the only thing, but that's part of it. They lost, a lot of those families lost everything when they lost whatever family member of theirs was a victim. They lost everything. And it was like I said, in my opinion, I think everybody would agree at this point that the government fucked up on that one. They were warned that something was going to happen. So since they knew they were going to get their asses sued off, the city, whatever, we're going to get their asses sued off by the victims, they gave out money, And I wouldn't doubt if that money came with some sort of, some sort of agreement, in writing that the city won't be sued, I'm sure. Just losing somebody in a tragedy like that, a senseless tragedy, the city, I don't give a fuck if they gave each victim $10 million, each victim's families, they deserve it. Fucking right. 100 million. Good. I don't think $1 million was enough. A man who lived his life on charity and he complains about deserving people getting money. Hey, you believe this shit? And you know why? I mean, there's another clip, and I don't know if I have it. I think it was from that same show where he said, and I swear to you guys, I'm positive about this. He said, they should give that money to me. I could use that money. Talking about the money the 9/11 victims got. And of course, there's another clip, which I'm pretty sure I have, where he talks about, I probably got 100 more fucking clips to go through, where he talks about, I might have even played it yesterday. I don't remember. Black veterans begging on the same street corner as him, and that pissed him off. He didn't think they deserved it just because they were veterans or because they were black or because they were black veterans. Unreal how he thinks. Everything belongs to him, I told you. In his opinion, it's all owed to him. It's all owed to him. Everybody's money is actually his in his mind. Oh, there's no question, Miss Camp, you're wrong. See, I don't watch anymore, so I don't know. I don't know what that guy does. I don't care. I ignore him. Piece of that thing under your nose equals dick hole. His mouth. His mouth is a cock holster. Pizza wouldn't give a bottle of water to his mother if she needed it. Fuck no. Well, he would charge her. He'd give it. He'd sell it to her. He wouldn't give it to her. A man who has had, I'm sorry, a man who has lived his life. I read that one. My bad. For him to say that about firefighters and cops, Pizza's a sick fuck. See, that's why I wanted to play these clips, man. Remind everybody, yeah. And this Pig Terry time. That's the reason I started doing these shows. She made some comment like I have no, like if Pizza, or I don't know if she made the comment or you guys said that you think at least that she's telling Pizza to stay off of YouTube because then I won't have content. First of all, for a couple of weeks, I didn't even talk about him until a couple of days ago. You know, but since I heard her say that, it's like, okay, let me just prove a point. If I want to use Pizza for content, he could leave and be gone for 10 years and I'll have some shows ready to go. Don't worry. Pizza's a bitch. He calls the police all the time on people. He does. Pizza proves every day he isn't a native New Yorker, just used our streets to beg on. No doubt. I don't even know if he was in his teens when they moved to Florida, to be honest. I don't think he was. I think he was younger than that. He was born in Florida? Do we know how long he lived in New York? He's just jealous. He is. Busy. Spent most of his life miserable in Florida, not New York. One of these days, it's going to be bang, zoom to the moon when the right person catches him. To the moon, Alice! Pizza's make-believe friends. He's a hermit. Oh, yeah. He don't have no friends. He don't have no friends. Who are his friends in real life? Like, who does he hang out with? What does he do? You know what I mean? Like, what does he do? Who does he talk to? He talks to his simps on the phone, you know, but he's got no human companionship. None. He's got a dog, but no human companionship. So, and he's miserable, so he takes it out on the world. That's all. Horrible, fucking disgusting human being. Disgusting. And it's shocking to me that everybody doesn't feel that way. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. You got fucking a chat full of people over there. And they're not the first chat. There's been a revolving door of simps over, you know, a 3 years and change, some, you know, period of time. That not only are they not bothered by these comments, I think he likes them because of these comments, or at least more because of these comments. They like him. You know, it's unbelievable that the people like this exist in this world. It's insane. They give him money. They give this guy money. Only because of a certain politician that I know that people like this exist. Okay. But I saw it on TV. I never imagined there'd be a YouTube chat of some homeless guy that's filled with these fucking animals, you know, that all feel the same way he does. And trust me, they do. It's not like, you know, they just, you know, some people say, well, I like him. I don't necessarily like everything he does. Yes, you do. I've seen that chat fucking light up when he says some of this shit. They fucking love it. They love it. It's got degenerate, crooked cops and all types of scumbags in there, you know, just bums. And many of them are bums. You know, the cop was probably the most successful one. He's running the mafia in his teens. Yeah, right. Babysitting for Gotti. I'm ready to hear your open love letter to Terry time. Terry time. Smelly fucking trailer trash. Dried up. Disgusting. Pig hooker. Fucking bitch, cunt, twat, slob. Crystal meth addict, prostitute, dick sucking, ugly Confederate flag waving, bag of monkey shit. I don't know when you're going to die, pig, but I hope it's soon. I do. I hope you die choking on a cock from some trucker, you lot lizard freak pig bitch. That's how I feel about you, slob. I don't even know how you can come on YouTube being that fucking ugly. With your big, saggy old lady titties just hanging down to your fucking knees. Talking about yourself like you're fucking attractive. You should be in a fucking freak show in a circus somewhere, at a state fair. You know? You should be an exhibit that people stop by and see. Like the fire breather or the fucking sword swallower or the bearded woman. You should be the fat, dried up, raggedy, prostitute, meth addict, half woman, half pig cunt. That's what you should be. Was that good enough for you, D. Gainey, or should I keep going? Pizza's sitting in that rust bucket getting high, just like he does at the beginning of every month. Disability check, cha-ching. Of course. No, it doesn't, BTF Phoenix. Pizza's drug dealer knows he's getting Pizza's check. I'm sure he stays close to a connect. Is that what he did? Did he raise $8,000 for a trip to go see stand-up guy? Is that really? That's not, he didn't. Like, I don't believe it. Did he do that yesterday? What, the last couple of days? Because yesterday they were saying that he said he's on his way to New York. Did he really raise $800 for that? Holy fuck. Not where? Chris Capello. She's vile as she is. I don't know. I try not to, Sally. Believe it or not, I was holding back. Oh, I got to that, Busy. Before I even saw your comment, I got to that. He's only got 5 to 6 donors. Everybody else is a hate watcher. Well, I can't really talk at this point, you know? Look at this. An hour and 7 minutes, 119 people. None of you feel bad? Jesus Christ. Yesterday, I had hope. A bunch of people donated. It wasn't that they donated a lot necessarily, but they donated. I was like, okay, people are donating. It's all I need to know. If they're not donating a lot, it's because they don't have a lot right now. But when people aren't donating at all, it's like, Pizza said Terry Time was hot. Not to him, yeah. But he's into trannies and shit, right? So, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody who just jerked to what you said about Terry Time. Jerked it, yeah. FBS, that will suffice at this time. Thank you, Robert B. I don't see the end of pretending to be in New York City other than cover for his crack binge. What an odd thing to lie about. Well, did he raise the money for that? I don't think anybody answered. That would be why. Remember one time when he said he was in Long Island? This was only like probably a year and a half ago. He was like out back of some house and he was doing all his videos from behind the house and he said he's in Long Island and he panned the camera around at one point and there was a fucking palm tree behind him. You know, I don't think they got many palm trees in Long Island. I remember one time he said he was somewhere too. It might have been New York and he was in his fucking hotel room and the news is on and it was the fucking Florida weather. You know, it was the Florida news. It wasn't just that like they were telling you the Florida weather. It was the Florida news. I don't care that Pizza gets money. That's his hustle. But damn, he's mean and he gets so much. Yeah. He had 800 before he left. He came on, come on tomorrow saying he spent it broke. Yeah, he will. It's all good, Robert B. Pizza didn't move. I guarantee it. Chris Parks. No, his donations were fake. He only raised $52 from 2 dopes. Is that right? Wow. Well, guys, I think I'm going to get going. I'm going to, let me see where Shanna's at. Keep an eye out in the next 5 or 10 minutes for a politics show. I might do one. The fact that I see there's no money makes me not want to, but I think there's something we need to talk about. So let me see what Shan is up to, and I might come back on the No Magazone. So again, keep your eye out because there ain't going to be no notifications because I didn't schedule it in advance. Don't make me do it on both channels. If I have to, I will. I love you all. Wait, what? He got the money. Suge was doing that long show about dog fucking. Oh, he got money. I'm sorry. When Suge was doing the show. What? All right. I didn't know Suge did a dog fucking show, but all right. Yeah, BTF Phoenix, probably. Let me see, because Chen is off this weekend, so I don't know, but probably. What do you mean eyes closed, Michael? What about the show? The politics show? I don't know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you all. And until next time, salute. Peace. Keep an eye out for the next show. Thank you.